Hello, my name is Amy and this is a crafting channel. This video is about letting go, I guess we could say. So I'm sorry that the lighting is kind of funky. If I turn the big light on, it's going to be brighter, but then there's going to be a glare coming in from this way. And I don't know how many parts I'm going to be able to break this video down into. I feel like it's going to be cut up into pieces. I just hope I can get it all done today. So this video is, I decided yesterday that I had been thinking about it for a while, that I needed to my hair is crazy, de-stash some kits, and not just kits. So I have this 8 cube shelf. You know, the cube shelves are everywhere because they're so convenient and everybody loves them. And I decided that I wanted that shelf to be the only shelf I have filled with kits. Now, initially I thought this is the only shelf I want for all of my cross stitch supplies, not realizing that I still have a bin full of fabric in my room in a different 8 cube shelf, plus Q snaps and scroll frames, and I have endless Q snaps. Not to mention, I have this bin of whips here, and then I have an ottoman down here. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. If I can get you low enough. That's like a collapsible ottoman, and I have whips in there too. So these two things that sit here because those are the projects that I reach for the most out of everything. So I decided, at least at minimum, the majority of it I wanted to fit here in this little like nook where I sit. So most of it's in this 8 cube shelf. Plus I have plenty of room in my bin here, the rope bin, for a couple of other projects, which will fit like the little random things I have on top. And yeah, aside from my fabric, which I'm probably going to de-stash as well. So anyway, I decided I wanted it all to fit as far as whips are concerned, because inside the 8 cube, let me find one that's easy to pull out. Inside the 8 cubes, I have these. I don't think they're 12 by 12. I think they're like 11 3/4 or something like that, because I think the shelf is 12 by 12. Anyway, not all bins fit inside of this thing, so they're not quite universal. But these are the tall ones, so my projects don't really stick out. Some of them I kind of have to fold the project bags over, but anyway, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 of these, plus, did I say 8? There's only 6 cubes in this one, and the 6th cube doesn't have a bin because those bags are too fat, and I find that they fit inside the cubby, just the project bag alone, without sitting inside one of these bins, because most of them are my heaven and earth patterns or charts, and they're fully kitted, which makes them really bulky. And then putting them in the bin, also there's a little bit of space here, and I just feel like it's a waste of space. It works, right? And then some of the other like project bags that just don't fit in there, like I have a Garon Totten bag that Amy Sprinklesteen gifted me. That doesn't fit in there in a bin anyway, and it fits in the shelf perfect. So yeah, so what I did was I went through it and decided to go through get rid of projects that I'm no longer feeling a calling to. Now for me, cross stitching is all about stitch what I want when I want, and I have an additional 4 binders of patterns that aren't kitted. 2 of those are alphabetical order, A through Z. One goes like A through M, and the other goes N through Z, of all of the designers. You know, there's Plum Street Samplers, Barbara Anna, Arlene Stitchery, Calico, I think it's Calico Confectionery or something to that effect. Everything, Nora Corbett, they're all booked in that those binders. Then I have a binder full of Heaven and Earths, just Heaven and Earths, and a binder full of my Victorian houses, which I already showed you guys. So I'm going to do another video of my Heaven and Earth ones, and then I'll probably do another video after that of the 2 giant binders. So two of the binders are 2 inches, and the other 2 binders are 4-inch binders, and they're full. So I decided to go through them all my kitted stuff, all my whips, and all my binders, and get rid of the ones I'm not doing. Haven't started, no longer like, not my aesthetic anymore. Things I bought impulsively, things I bought because they were on sale, things that I ended up with because I ended up buying them in bulk. When I dabbled in taking cross-stitch orders for people and buying patterns wholesale, things that I got in, what are they called? Like when you get the box in the mail, like from Black Needle, things I got from there. And I've been hanging on to for no reason. Oh, there's also a ton of freebies that I printed out simply because they were free. And looking at them, I'm just like, I can't figure out like why I did that. Because I just don't understand the mindset I was in. I think I had a very bad case of FOMO, and that's simply it. Like, I just couldn't stand the thought of missing out on some of the ideas or some of the patterns. And so I am destashing. So this video, I'm gonna show you all of the things I'm destashing. I'm gonna show you all of the things that I can't destash or get rid of because I purchased it as a PDF or was a freebie. If I have the information on it, I will give it. And then I will show you all the kits that I am gonna de-kit and possibly sell. So if you're interested in purchasing something that I've started, I will sell it. And I'm gonna post them on the Mystical Diamond Art website under the destash. Well, I'm gonna have to make a new page for cross stitch because I don't think I've destashed any cross stitch stuff. I've destashed diamond painting stuff, but not cross stitch stuff. So there it is. So let's start. I'm gonna start with the freebies. So the first thing that I'm gonna be taking out, I went back and forth on this because I really liked it. So this is the Epinasis Game of Mushroom Kingdoms world map, and it is a mashup between a Super Mario from the Super Nintendo, the old school one, and the TV screensaver is on, so it's doing a thing, and Game of Thrones, and they kind of made it into their own thing. Now somebody did, if you look up Epinasis, it's spelled exactly like it sounds. It sounds hard to spell, but it's not. They did, I believe it's a woman, did this whole thing, and it looks so cool. She has a time lapse on YouTube. It's amazing. If I still have it saved, I'll post it in the description box because it's gorgeous. And I thought I wanted to do it. And then I was thinking like, because I'm already such a huge Super Mario fan, and don't get me wrong, I like Game of Thrones too, but I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the OG Nintendo fam by doing this map. And so I purchased the actual Super Mario map on Etsy. There's so many. I'm not even gonna bother posting a link to the one that I have because there's a ton. And so that's the one that I'm gonna do, and not the Epinasis one. So if you Google Game of Mushroom Kingdoms chart, you'll find it, but I think it's on Sprite Stitch, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going, unfortunately. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't feel comfortable giving it away. But I got this free chart from Barbara Anna, and on the back it says, "Thank you for buying 2 kits from Barbara Anna and Nick Moscow. Please enjoy this free gift." I don't feel comfortable giving it away simply because of that. And I know, like with a lot of other ones in America, they tell you that you can't do that, and so it's gonna go. I can't do anything with it. There's a freebie from Autumn Lane Stitchery called Current Mood. It's a Halloween one. That's going. This is a freebie from Aurifil USA by Susan Ake called Little Quicker Halloween. I found it on the Aurifil website. This is a something I printed out from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitchers simply because it's Barbara Anna and I really like her work, but I'm never going to stitch it. I like Christmas, but I just can't bring myself to stitch it. It's cute, but I'm never going to stitch it. And I can't do anything with that because I printed it from a digital subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. This was a freebie from Brooks Books. I have no idea where I got it, but it says that she's got a Facebook group, a blog called Brooks Books Blog, a Yahoo group called BB Interactive, and then another Yahoo group called Brooks Books Cross Stitch Freebies. So that was that. It's cute, don't get me wrong, but I'm never gonna stitch it. These, I think I printed these from a wholesale website, which I'm supposed to put, like, if somebody orders something from me, then I can put one of these in there, and I printed them out thinking that I was gonna do them. They're from Blue Ribbon. They're these Christmas trees, never stitching them. Okay, I had to pause because children and dinner interruptions. Hope the lighting's a little bit better. I always keep my phone, the brightness all the way down, so I can never get like a true, my hair just, today's hair washing day, so it's kind of whatever. Anyway, another Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher printout that I have to get rid of. This is Vulture Villa from Lindy Stitches. This is another freebie. I can't remember when this one came out or what it was representing. I think it was when like the whole Asian thing was coming out. They were wanting to do like inclusion and representation type of thing. So anyway, I downloaded this one. It's a freebie from Jardin Privé, and it was free, but you can't like distribute it, so you can get it from Jardin Privé. That goes there. This is when COVID hit, a freebie from it's on the tip of my head. Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery, Be Well and Stitch. Just one of those things. A New Life, Fortnite Fabrics, freebie. You get all of these from the respective places. This was something I purchased, so I'm not going to, well, I guess I can share it from here. It's just like a row of houses, and it's called Little Town by Dear Suki. You can get it at dearsuki.com. I think I got it off Etsy though. Yeah, I don't know. This is another freebie. I don't know the name right here. I don't even know if you can, something Point de Croix. I don't know what it's called, but I got this one. Freebies you can find from there. This one, this is actually really, really cute, and I debated on this one, but ultimately decided no on it because I don't know. I'm not gonna stitch it. And I mean, I still like it. This is a freebie from Prairie Schooler. I can't remember. I went through like a little freebie thing where there was freebies everywhere, and I wanted all of them because I was afraid they were gonna disappear. So, the end of 2020, thought I saw something out the window. The end of 2020, I was part of Teresa Koget's, I don't know what months exactly. I know December, Teresa Koget's Patreon. And I think I was tier 3, which is the medium charts, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one of the ones that I downloaded from her. So you have to be a part of her Patreon in order to get these charts. But I'm never gonna stitch it. This is a style of stitching that I kind of got into briefly, but ultimately I have gone back to my original roots of stitching, which is full coverage and Halloween. Quaker, there's a few Quaker pieces that I find myself drawn to, but for the most part, I don't care for the Quaker thing. This is a freebie from Tiny Modernist, which is Brew. Twin Peak Primitives. I don't know how I got this. I don't know if I bought it. I can't remember if it was a gift. I don't recall, or even why, because I don't feel like this is something I would typically buy. And if this is a gift from Amy, she's gonna have to remind me, because I honestly can't remember, but I'm never gonna stitch it, so I'm taking it out of my stash. This one's called Cows Can Fly Too. Then I spent a lot of time downloading the squares for the Halloween. Who is this by? Is this Tiny Modernist or Stitchonomy? It doesn't say. This is one thing that I really dislike about a lot of pattern designers, is that you guys don't put your name on stuff. Especially this. And this needs to have your guys' business names on it. Come on, guys, get it together. I have no idea. I think it was Stitchonomy. I might be wrong. Because I know Stitchonomy does this. There's a couple of people who do this. I think it was Stitchonomy. I'm not gonna do it. I did all the charts, ended up not. Even though it's Halloween, I just don't care for the setup of it. This I tried out of a magazine, Best Wishes. It's freaking cute, but I'm not gonna stitch it. Another freebie from, I have no clue. Halloween free cross stitch pattern is all it says. I have no clue where I got it. At the bottom right there, it just says Halloween free cross stitch pattern. That blue box, oh, The World in Stitches. That's where that's from, but this is more like sampler style that I just don't care for. I think I'm saving one like this that me and Amy started together, and it's more cutesy, that I'm gonna finish, and that's it. Again, quicker sampler. I don't think I have a full picture of what this ended up looking like, but I tore these out of not a whole year, maybe, yeah, a whole year of just cross stitch, and that's what it was looking like. I have all the parts in here, I just don't have the finished page of it, so I'm not gonna stitch it. Another tear out of just cross stitch called Midnight Irises. This reminded me of a chatelaine, and my original thought behind this was, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this because it'll be good practice for a chatelaine, but in reality, no, because, and I have two chatelaines that I haven't started, one of them's kitted. It's full X's, so it's not really. This was something else. So there's an app called Readly where you can get subscriptions to some cross stitch magazines, and one of those is Cross Stitcher. However, I had a problem getting the pages to print. They were always blurry, and like I couldn't get them to size correctly. So this was a pattern that I got from there called Happy Haunting. I don't know if you can see it. It's very small in here. This is what and I could never get them. Like, you see how it's just here on not the whole page? I could never get it to fit, and the pattern, like, look how small that is. It's difficult to stitch with and to tell the color, so it's out. This one, I think this is another punch needle and primitive stitcher printout. It doesn't say, but this is from With Thy Needle and Thread, and you can kind of see it's a Santa Claus with a tree and a reindeer, and then there's like some holly flowers on the bottom, which I can't show you because it wasn't a free pattern and I didn't download the picture for it. This is another one. This one took up a lot of pages too. And I really like the way this pattern is drawn. It's very, very nice size. I didn't have to do anything to it. I didn't have to blow it up. I didn't have to, I'm not left like wondering what the symbols were. They're very clear. I just wish all designers did this, because they don't. But this is from Untwisted Stitches, and I believe I printed this off of Etsy, but look how freaking cute this is. It's a Halloween street, and it's got all of these little like businesses on there. It's a freaking adorable. I absolutely love it, but the reality of it is I don't know. Now I'm kind of thinking that I want it. There's so much backstitch, so much backstitch. decide. I really can't decide. Ugh, it's the back stitch. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I am gonna take a look at her shop though. Let me see if this was done on Etsy. No, website. I'm gonna save her website really quick so that I can go back and look at it and see, but I'm not gonna stitch that one. And then the last two that I'm getting rid of that I have to absolutely throw are two Heaven and Earth patterns. One of them was a freebie, so I'm not that upset about it. It's this one called Unicorn, and it's by Stephanie Puimun La. No, I'm saying that right. It was a freebie, so I think, and it's so hard to tell what it is, and even in person it's kind of hard to tell what it is. But there's a unicorn, there's a tree, and then there's a bunch of birds up here, and a peacock. It's pretty, but it's really busy, and it's more like a, I don't know, watercolor art maybe. And I'm not gonna stitch it, and it's huge. It's 525 by 651. So even on a 25 count fabric, it's 21 by 26 inches. That's freaking huge. And I'm just not gonna do it. I have so many other Heaven and Earths that I absolutely love that I'm not gonna take the space and the time to want to stitch something that I just kind of like. So that's on its way out. The freebies, there was a period of time, I think in 2020, when Heaven and Earth did this thing where they shared a shit ton of freebies in their Facebook group. And there was like, I don't know, 30, and I ended up downloading like 16 or 17 and then narrowed that down by just like a handful. This was one of them. It's on its way out. This one I actually purchased, which I purchased it, and then after I purchased it, I was like, why? What was it about this that I just had to have? And I've thought about doing it a different way, but then ultimately it's gonna be so much, because it's full coverage, and I don't know, I'm not gonna stitch it. I've had it at this point going on. Oh, this is one of the first charts I purchased. This is probably in my first Heaven and Earth order that I bought, way before Pattern Keeper, and I printed it out, this is actually how I prefer to stitch. I actually prefer to print my patterns out and stitch them this way. Call me old school, I don't know, I just like it better. So this is 30 pages, and page 1 starts with the floss. So even if I take that out, oh yeah, no, page 1, it's 30 pages still. So anyway, it's a Garden of Delight, and it's a lot, and I printed it out, but it's a digital pattern, so I can't do anything with it. This is by William Morris, if anybody is interested. But it's full coverage. The good thing about full coverage is you can do full X's, or you can do half stitches or whatever, and it's not hard. There's no like specialty stitches in most of those anyway. I don't think, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, on to the charts that I'm gonna sell, or destash, I guess I should say. I'm gonna try to go through these fast because I don't want this video to be an hour and a half. So these are all hard copies. Most of these are like cardstock copies. Some of them I don't have the original bag for, because if you buy, especially from like a shop, a big cross stitch shop, the hard copies come in like a zip bag, and I ended up getting rid of all of those and putting them in these sleeves, and that way I can put them in my binders, and the bags were just way oversized. They wouldn't fit, and I just got rid of them all because I was hanging on to them for what reason, you know. And you can tell like this is super oversized, like it doesn't fit inside the thing very well. So I have a Barbara Anna, this is called Witch House. This is distributed through Creative Copy, so you can get it through there. And I'm gonna price these, I'm gonna look up current market value, and then I will price them below that because they're used, because I already purchased them, but none of these have been stitched. I think one, and I'll point that out when I get there. So Witch House, it's a Halloween pattern, Barbara Anna. That's gonna go. I have Cats on Parade by Blackbird Designs. It's cute, but I'm just not gonna stitch it. I have the Cricket Collection by the Light of the Moon. These two. Another Cricket Collection, Falling Leaves. So it's super, super cute, but I'm just not gonna stitch it. Ink Circle. Okay, so this one's been stitched, and I did mark the back of the pattern because it's just like a I don't know, like a 5x7 cardstock thingy with pencil. So all you have to do is erase it lightly, and you'll be able to use the pattern again. I tried not to like scribble it hard, and it's printed with really good ink, so it'll just come off right away. But I stitched this already. This is called Here Comes Treble by Ink Circles. Another Ink Circles. This one, the pattern is on an insert inside, and I have the insert open so that it would make the thing less bulky. But when you get it, you'll see the crease, you'll see that it was an original printing because the ink is different. And this one's called Half the Fun. I think this came in a Stitchy box. And it's got like hot air balloons, and it's all about like traveling. And I don't understand like why it's called Half the Fun, because it's just a weird name for like it to be travel based, but it's cute. I just don't care for it. If I'm not showing you, if I'm not holding them there long enough, pause it or go back and pause it so you can see them. And I'm gonna try my best to upload all the photos online when I put them in the store. This is a Dimensions pattern called On Butterfly Wings. It's so pretty, and I absolutely love that it's a Native American girl. It's a super gorgeous pattern, but I'm never gonna stitch it. I have Little Bits of Halloween by the Drawn Thread. Super cute. Still, again, I'm just not stitching this. This was another thing that came in a box. This one's called A Waffle Lot by Hands On Design, and I don't think you can get this anywhere other than the box. Again, you'll see that I have the pattern open in the back because I needed it open in order to not be so bulky in the binder. I have this Lavender and Lace called Earth. Oh, I thought it was, Earth Angel. I actually found this at a thrift store for like 50 cents, and it was originally priced at $6.50 at a cross stitch shop. I got this for 50 cents. Crazy. This is by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks called Tempest Fuit, or I don't know. That's the name, and it's an hourglass. It's freaking gorgeous. I absolutely love it, but I don't think I have the patience to stitch it because it's basically black work, except it's not black. We know that. But it looks like black work. I haven't even looked at the pattern. It calls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors with a Krynic, 2 Krynics, and beads. I don't think it had that much colors, considering it literally looks like it's all one color, except it has a little bit of red in there. But it's pretty. I'm not going to stitch it, and I've had this for so long. Again, I think I bought this on D-Stash from, she doesn't have an account anymore. I can't remember what her name was. Moonshine Crafter? I don't know. I follow her cats on Instagram now because she got rid of all her stitchy stuff. But this is called Haunted Fur by Kitten Bixby. It's so cute. Again, I have it open to reduce the bulk of my binder. These are all original charts. Destashing that. Needle Bling Designs. Old Witch and the Moon. That's going. Plum Street Samplers, Jack's Bash. I absolutely love it, and I love the saying on it. And it's like this, but the pattern is crooked. I don't know why they did that. So it goes like this, but the chart is actually this way. So I hope that you can see that. If not, I highly recommend looking it up if it's something you're interested in. I don't think they're going to go very fast because I don't have a large audience. So this one's called Stitch World X Stitch Moonlight Flight. I love this pattern, but again, I'm probably not going to stitch it. I don't know where I got this. I think it came with another chart that I wanted, and it was just one of those things. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of Cairo Marchetti from Heaven and Earth well, his work. Heaven and Earth charts a lot of his artwork, but that's what that reminds me of. This one is by Shepherd's Bush, and it's called Spooky Halloween, and this one actually came with a floss from the thread gatherer called Sheep's Silk. Let me see if that's what's called for. I don't think, yeah, that's actually one of the threads that's called for. So it does require quite a bit of DMC and 4 Mill Hill beads, but it did come with this, so I'm just gonna let it go with it. That's what it looks like. It looks, I don't know, it doesn't look like normal floss. Sheep's silk, I don't know what that is, but it came with it and I'm gonna let it go with it. So there's that. Also, it looks like it's got a lot of back stitching in it. These, I don't think anybody's gonna want these, so this will probably just go in somebody's order for free. Plastic fridge canvases. I don't know why I saved these. I think I thought they were cute for my kids, and I just never did anything with it. This one, Wizard of Gazing by, who is this? Mark Brockman, distributed by A Fantasy Collection by Capel Originals, copyright 1993. That's quite old. This is almost 30, wow. Almost 30 years old. This chart right here. So it's cute, I like it. I have other wizard patterns that I chose over that. This one is by Waxing Moon called Halloween Cobwebs. It's so cute. This one actually has an actual photo on it that they attached to the chart. Kind of like the way Bella Filipina does hers, and Nora Corbett does that too. This one has too an original photo in it. This is another Waxing Moon called Black Cat's Halloween. It's so cute too, but it's just, I'm not finding that I want to stitch it. And it's really cute. I like it. I might actually give this one to Amy. This seems like something she'd stitch if she doesn't already have it. So those are the ones that will be listed on the website at some point.